Hello, my name is Damien. I'm the Senior Kit Room Technician here at London South Bank University. This video will offer you an overview of Siso, which is our online booking system for rooms and equipment, and we'll also cover the COVID-19 procedures for access to and from the kit room.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm one of the kit room technicians here at LSBU, and today I'll be taking you through your Siso induction video. Siso is the university's online booking portal for equipment. To access Siso, visit aci-bookings.siso.co. Click Sign In on the home page to sign in to Siso. When you've been enrolled on your course, you will have your university login details. Use your username and password to log in. You'll be prompted with an information pop-up. Click Accept to log in. This will open your Siso homepage. From here, you will be able to book any equipment or rooms that you'll need for your course. Now let's start by taking you through a test booking of some equipment. Open up the drop-down menu located at the top left of the dashboard. Hit the Find Stock tab. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can choose stock by category. Underneath this, you have the option to change from list to grid view. To look at further details of the equipment, click the More Info tab. Here you'll see a detailed breakdown of the equipment's content, as well as if a risk assessment is required and for how long you can book an item. At the bottom of the page, there are provided links to a basic overview of the equipment. Here we can see a short overview of the Canon 6D. On the top left hand of the page, you can choose your desired date and time of your booking. As a standard, most stock is available for 3 days at a time. Collection will generally be scheduled for the afternoon and returns in the morning. Bookings must be made a day in advance. To book an item, add it to your basket. A pop-up window will show a summary. If your preferred time slot isn't available, select the next available time slot. To view your basket, click on the Show Basket icon at the top right of the screen. If you need more than one resource, you can add these to your basket, as well as choosing the amount of requested resource at the top right of the pop-up. If an item does not appear in your basket, hit the Refresh button. To delete an item for your basket, select the item and hit the dustbin icon. When you're happy with your booking, click Next on your basket. This will bring up the Booking Details window. Here you will need to assign a risk assessment to your booking. When we have finished this test booking, we will run through how to complete a risk assessment. The second drop-down will allow you to choose which academic will sign off your risk assessment. The risk assessment must be signed off by your academic before your booking can be approved. The booking owner's name should be written here. If you have a request for the kit room team about your booking, please note them down in the booking notes. Select the link to read the terms and conditions of the booking. Click the button to agree to these terms. Click Book to process your booking. To review and manage your bookings, open the menu. Open the My Bookings tab. This gives you an overview of your current bookings. The state describes where your booking is in the approval process. This will then be changed to approved when it's signed off. This specifies the owner of the booking. The collection and return dates are specified here. The asset's name is shown here. This shows its location within the university's buildings. If a risk assessment is required, the status of the risk assessment is shown here. You must ensure your risk assessment has been signed off before you can collect your equipment. This shows the notes you've left on the asset. This tab will allow you to edit or cancel your bookings. To action any of these commands, select the Assets tick box on the left-hand side of the screen. Then click Process. Now let's look at how to book a room. Open up the drop-down menu at the top left of the dashboard. Click on the Find Rooms tab. On this page, you can search for bookable rooms within Elephant Studios. Clicking More Info will allow you to see the details of any room which is available to you. To book a room, simply click Book and this will take you to the booking calendar. Here you can select how long you would like to use a room for on any given day. Room bookings must be made 48 hours in advance. Click Continue to verify your booking. This will show a summary in a pop-up window. To review and manage your bookings, hit the Review Bookings icon. From this menu, you can cancel your room bookings at any time. Now that we know how to make a booking, let's look at how to complete a risk assessment. Open up the drop-down menu at the top left of the dashboard. Click the Risk Assessment tab. The first section of the risk assessment requires your project's title. Then you need to add the date you'll be collecting your equipment from us. You now need to add your academic supervisor's name. Enter a description of the activity or production which the risk assessment will be used for. There should be a short overview of where you'll be working and what you'll be doing on set. You must now add your COVID safety procedures. This should include how you plan to adhere to social distancing. Section 2 requires you to name the primary risk holder of the production and their contact number. Now click the plus icon to add each additional crew member. This requires their name, the type of group they're in, their production role, and contact number. Keep clicking the plus icon to add more crew members. In Section 3, you must allocate what equipment is being assigned to this risk assessment. To link this risk assessment to bookings you have already made, click the My Bookings icon. Click the tick box on the left-hand side of the page to assign this risk assessment to the booking. You can also add any externally hired equipment to your risk assessment. Here you can enter the details of this external equipment, as well as stating where the equipment will be stored when not in use. For example, a locked bedroom. To remove an item from your list, hit the dustbin icon on the right of the screen. Step 4 requires you to enter the name and date of each location that you'll be operating in for your production. Every location that we'll be working in with this equipment should be detailed here. To complete Step 5, you must detail the emergency contacts of your production. These include your on-site first aider's name and contact number, the closest hospital to each of your production locations and their contact numbers, the closest police station to your production locations and their contact numbers. Finally, any additional emergency procedures. For example, if you are working with pyrotechnics, these could detail the fire marshal's name and contact details. Section 6 requires you to list each possible hazard you could encounter within your production. Click Add Hazard to make a new entry. You can either search or click the Choose from List icon to reveal options of types of hazard. Now add the date of your production which the hazard applies to. Specify the location where this hazard applies. Provide details of the activity that puts your crew at risk. Now specify who is at risk from this. The potential outcome is describing the level of harm that could be caused by the activity's action. The likelihood of incident requires you to state the probability of this happening. In the action box, you must provide what measures you have put in place to minimize this risk. Finally, you need to define the risk level of this activity. You assess this by taking into account the potential outcome, likelihood, and action you have taken to minimize it. Click Save to add this to the risk assessment. When this is saved, you will be shown a summary of the risks that you have assigned to the booking. Your aim in any risk assessment is to have all of your actions be at most a tolerable or moderate risk. If any of your risks become substantial or intolerable, it may not be approved. You have the ability to add a pre-made risk to your assessment. To do this, click Choose From List. Here you can see numerous templates created to help you fill out your risk assessment. Choose any of the applicable risks. It should be noted that these are only templates and need to be filled out fully for the risk assessment to be valid. Section 7 allows for you to upload any additional documents that may be required within your risk assessment. For example, these could be written documentation needed for your location, or a visual of a fire emergency plan created by your fire marshal. Section 8 details which academic you would like to send this risk assessment to for approval. Before you send your risk assessment, you can preview it by clicking the preview icon at the top of your browser. This will show you a PDF view of this risk assessment. You also have the ability to open your previously created risk assessments by clicking the Open tab at the top of the page. This page shows you the status of each risk assessment. Its name and project description are noted here. The equipment collection and return dates are noted here. Who created the assessment? The status of the current risk assessment. This will be changed to approved when your lecturer has signed it off. On the left-hand side of the page, you can continue editing an unfinished risk assessment, or create a new copy of a previously made one if it's been created by another author on Siso. When you're finished with your risk assessment, hit the Terms and Conditions icon. Now you're ready to send this off to your academic. Now let's look at where the kit room is located within the university, and also the COVID safety procedures that we've put in place. The kit room is located in the Borough Road building. When you enter the foyer, head to the barriers to the left-hand side of the room, and the kit room is just through the corridor. Our kit room is open from 9:30 till 12:30 for returns, and then again from 1:30 till 4 for collections. Equipment returns and collections will be booked 30 minutes apart. This is to ensure social distancing is upheld in our kit room. Entry to the kit room is by appointment only. If you are not collecting or returning and wish to talk to us, you can book an appointment on Siso. To do this, go to the Find Stock tab and search Kit Room in the search bar. You can then choose an available time slot to come and talk to us. Please arrive no earlier than 5 minutes before your appointment to ensure that social distancing can be upheld. Now let's walk through the collections procedure when using the kit room. Unless you are exempt, you must wear a face covering when entering the kit room. There is a maximum occupancy of 3 people in our space. If this is full when you arrive, please wait to be admitted. When entering the kit room, use the hand sanitizer that's provided. This is located on the right hand side as you enter. When collecting your equipment, it will either be left in a large cage or in a small box on the left hand side of the room. Each collection will be labelled with the booking owner's name to signify what equipment is yours. There is a self-service checkout at the end of the room. Please clean the self-checkout area before each use. There will be wipes provided for you. Use the scanner and your ID card to sign into the collection point. Here all of the items that you have booked for collection will appear on screen. Now you have a chance to check over your booking as you collect each item. When you have signed out your items, you are free to take your equipment. When you have finished with your items and have arrived at your allocated return time slot, simply leave them in a cage or box and inform a member of the kit room team who will collect and clean your equipment. For further information about how to use Siso, you can find links to this video and shorter breakdowns on the front page of Siso in the Useful Links section. This will take you to the Elephant Studios YouTube page, where these videos are hosted. For any queries, contact Elephant Studios or the Kit Room.